Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving a review for the new Luna Magic Uno Shadow Palette. But before we get into that, question of the day. What is your favorite beauty brand that you can find at Walmart? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so today's video, this is the brand Luna Magic. I got two products from them, the eyeshadow palette as well as one of their liquid lipsticks. So that's what I'm going to be reviewing today. We're going to talk a little bit about the actual brand since this is the first time that I'm using this brand. Whenever that happens, I like to research a little bit, find out a little bit about the actual brand. And then we're going to talk about the product details. I'm going to show you how I created this look, swatches included, and then we are going to give a pros and cons rating of these two products. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so this is the brand Luna Magic. This is an indie beauty and lifestyle brand that was founded by Afro-Latina and Dominican American sisters. Their names are Mabel and Shira Frias. So basically, they had a desire to celebrate their multicultural as well as Latin culture and music, and so they created this brand. And fun fact, they actually made an appearance on Shark Tank back in January of 2021. They made their pitch and they actually ended up walking out with an offer, which is really awesome. And now you can find their products on their website, lunamagic.com, as well as in Walmart stores and on walmart.com. So it looks like if you go to their website, they have makeup, which includes eyeshadow palettes, blush and highlighters, eyebrow and eye pencils, makeup brushes, lipsticks, and then they also have lashes as well as primers. So they have foaming lashes, mink lashes, they have this pink eyelash primer. They also have fragrances, nail polish, face masks, and hair clips. So now that we've talked about the brand a little bit, let's go ahead and talk about these two products. So let's start off with the eyeshadow palette. So this right here is the Uno Shadow Palette. This has 12 shadows, 6 metallic shades, and 6 matte shades. And the inspiration behind this palette was the celebration of beauty, family, and music of Latin culture. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. So up on the top row, we have the shades Salud, Reggaeton, Mamacita, and Oro. On the second row, we have the shades Dinero, Salsa, Papi, and Plata. And then on the last row, we have the shades Amor, Banda, Bebe, and Diamante. So now let's go ahead and get into how I created this look. Let's do it. All right, so let's talk about pros and cons. I think I just threw away something. So for cons, con number one, there is actually quite a bit of kick up in this palette. It's not a ridiculous amount, definitely not, but it does definitely have some kick up in the palette. And then con number two, it has no mirror. And then con number three, for a product that's sold at Walmart and for the amount of shades that this has, I do think it is a tiny bit pricey. So this is $20 for 12 shadows. So that works out to a little over $1.60 per shadow, which is definitely still a lot cheaper than like the $3 to $4 per shadow that your like high-end brands have. But it still seems a little pricey for like a Walmart brand. So moving on to pros. Pro number one, I really love the color story of this palette. I feel like this was made with darker skin tones in mind, because these look like all shades that would look beautiful on a darker skin tone, but I do feel like they do still look really good on a lighter skin tone as well. And then I do love the quality of these shadows. Like even when I was doing the swatches, I was quite impressed, but obviously you can't always tell fully the quality of a shadow just by swatches, and it continued on to my eyes. I was not disappointed by the quality of the shadows. I would recommend, I noticed when I was putting this shadow on right here, this is what I used for the outer corners. It showed up a lot better like without shaking even once, because most of the time I'll reach in, I'll grab, and then I'll go like that once, and then I'll go in. When I first did that, like very little actually came off onto my lid, so I started like not knocking any off at all, just going in and then going straight onto my lid, and beautiful color payoff. Pro number three, I actually really like the sleek aesthetic. It's very simple, very sleek. I really like how this looks. It's just aesthetically pleasing. And then pro number four is the easy access. Most places in America have like a Walmart every 5 miles, if not like closer than that. So I feel like usually most places have access to a Walmart, whereas some people might not have access to a Sephora or to an Ulta, or even sometimes to a Target. So I do like that this is sold at Walmart to make it a little bit easier to get. So with all of that in mind, the pros and cons, I think my rating for this palette is going to be a 4.5. All right, so let's move on to the liquid lipstick. So this is just called Matte Liquid Lipstick. I have it in the shade Bon Bon. So Bon Bon means sensual woman in Spanish and is a term of endearment to describe a sexy and sultry woman in the Caribbean and Latin America. How do you say it? Because it's funny, I always say in the Caribbean, but then I say Pirates of the Caribbean. This does come in one other shade, so they also have the shade Gustosa, which is a red shade. So I'm gonna show you the application of this while I'm talking about pros and cons. So pros and cons. I actually don't have any cons to this, at least as of yet. So let's talk about my pros. Pro number one, it does dry down, but it does not dry out the lips. It is completely transfer proof, but my lips don't feel dehydrated. My lips don't feel dried out. Pro number two, this has great coverage on the lips. I'm not seeing any of my lips, my normal lip color peeking through at all. And then that leads to pro number three. This is a very bright and vibrant color. This is honestly not my favorite color. I think I have said many times on my channel, I'm not a huge fan of like true pink colors on me. This like Barbie pink that's here. I think that the red probably would have looked a little bit better on me. But yeah, it has a very bright, vibrant color. So I would definitely give this, I would give it a 4.5 just because I'm not a huge fan of liquid lipsticks in general. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Give this a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.